welcome to our show. Hi everybody. This is episode 5 of Kavi Power Session and Ittifaq series, and Ittifaq means coincidence. And today in our show we have Archana. Archana is my niece as well, and she's an engineer who's born in Kerala, brought up in Coimbatore, and she knows probably 4 languages. And she's an engineer, but right now works as a marketing professional. So I just want to ask her to say hi to you guys and take us through her journey of life as well. And probably she's a classical singer as well. She's got a lot of hobbies as well. So I'm just asking her to introduce herself now. Over to you, Archana.
Hello, everyone. First, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's really a great honor to be here. I've never done something like this before, so I was really looking forward to it when you told me a few weeks back, Archana, would you like to come and talk? I was like, okay, wow, someone wants me to share something to this world, and yeah, definitely. So basically, like she said, I'm Archana. Currently, I work as a marketer in a company called Zoho, which is based out of Chennai. And the great thing about that company is that it's a company based out of India, and we are building products for all over the world. So I work as a marketer for a product called Zoho Payroll. So it works. It acts as a payroll platform for a lot of organizations. That's what we do. I've been working there for over 2 years now, and it's been a great journey. But before that, the thing is, I was an engineer. I did my engineering in electronics and communication, and I was very. It's not like somebody pushed me to do this. I actually wanted to become one because my mom has a background in electronics, so that's how I was inclined towards it. I was rooting for aeronautical, but I didn't get a seat in the expected college, so I went with the next best option. I felt that was ECE, but turns out I couldn't exactly get a job after I was done with college. The opportunities were pretty less. People were looking for a lot of coders and developers, whereas for specifically towards EC, we didn't have a lot of opportunities. I did attend a few companies and everything, but eventually Zoho came in and I got placed there for a totally irrelevant profession. And I wouldn't call it an easy job, but yeah, somehow along the way I figured out how things go, what to do, and what's expected, and yeah, that's how it is.
So you've been working for last 2 years now, right?
Yeah, over 2 years now, two and a half years.
So how is life treating you? I mean, work life and your the other life, the growing up years, and now the work life.
Okay, I'm not a huge fan of work from home. That's something I've realized. Uh, More like if you think about the length of my professional career, most of it has gone working from home rather than working from office. I really enjoyed working from office compared to because you get to meet a lot of people and everything. Coming to my past, I've been completely brought up in Coimbatore right from my childhood. I did my schooling here, then again college here, and it was a very good experience to get out of the shell. Once I got placed, that was I had to go all the way to Chennai, starting learning to live on your own. And the most difficult part, if you ask me, is so I worked for the field of finance, and being from an engineering background, I didn't know anything about finance, and I didn't know anything about marketing, and I didn't know how to live on my own. So I was supposed to juggle all these three things together, and it was a crazy challenge. But along the way, I met a lot of amazing people. That's I saw a few places here and there, maybe not a lot. I could have explored more. I did a few, getting out of the house, doing things on your own kind of life for some time, almost a year actually. So that was actually fun. Like you have to learn to, be financially equipped. You have to learn to know whom to pick as friends, whom to, have a distance with, and how to build rapport with your coworkers, and how to understand what's expected out of you. It was one hell of an experience, a huge roller coaster, if you ask me. Things are pretty smooth right now, but it wasn't like that before. So, yeah.
So what's been your life mantra so far? I mean,
Live life every day, have fun. It keeps changing, if you ask me. Currently, that's the state I'm in. Looking at things around you, you realize, okay, you're better off than a lot of people, so have fun with it, enjoy. Don't give space to everybody, it's fine. It's okay.
okay. Good.
Yeah.
So I keep saying that I do things which makes my heart flutter, but the tagline which I generally use is that best is yet to come.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah.
so
We keep hoping
because
for that.
whatever you've accomplished, it's all yesterday, it's all gone. It's now what you have. I mean, the moment what I have now is with you. I'm talking to you. That's it. Make most of it. We'll see next when it comes.
Yes,
Then you
that's
can't plan a lot of stuff. Basically, that's what
correct.
I understand. But the kind of clarity you have at your age, I never had that. So it's good to talk to a lot of youngsters basically, because when you
Okay.
talk to people, you get to know that how, I mean, the next generation is also thinking. They're just an evolved, I mean, group of people were there. And
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. Like work from home, I think better is to work from office. You get tend to meet a lot
Oh,
of people basically.
correct.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and here it's like I don't know. You're just talking to this, looking at the system for a long time basically.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Work-life balance doesn't
yeah.
exist
So
anymore. Mm.
what is a best childhood memory basically?
My best childhood memory. Oh, there are so many. It's very hard to pick. I used to love going to my native all the time, be it my mom's house or my dad's house. We in mom's side we have Anil Mama. He'll always have an agenda planned for that 1 week. There'll be
Yeah.
one movie. Then we'll go around, meet all our relatives, and we'll have a fun time with the kids. And when it comes to my dad's side, we have his aunt. So she will have an entire agenda planned for that entire week. So she's like, okay, kids for kids, we have 2 days set up for all this. Then we used to have, even though we used to have this Trikala Puja in my native. So the best part about that is that the entire family comes because of pressure, have to attend that puja kind of thing. So even though, I'm not a huge fan, I wasn't a huge fan of puja because you have to wake up early and you have to stay late, you have to keep listening to all that. But that was the time when everybody came, all my grandma's sister, grandma's brother, their family, their kids, all of them came along. And we used to have a lot of fun even though it was for 1 or 2 days. So every year that, so we used to have these dance parties and all. We like prepare, all the kids. We learn these songs and we learn to dance and everything with the steps. I have these two sisters who are crazy good at dancing, two cousins. So now everybody's drifted apart. It's very hard for us to even find at least one day to be together. So yeah, I think those were some of the best times I ever had.
Hmm. That's good to know. I mean, summer vacation probably that is. I also have that. Vacation
Correct.
time is the best memories when you yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so what do you I mean how do you look at your the education setup where you were I mean where you did your schooling and college and all those stuff from Coimbatore? How was it? I mean, did you love studying basically, making those choices of career and stuff like that? How was it? Was it fun basically for you while growing up?
Um, I wouldn't exactly. I mean, I can't say it's fun, but it's not like it's not fun either. It's like, but more than anything, it was something you have to do.
Yeah.
Kind of a mandatory thing, necessary for survival kind of thing.
Hmm.
So yeah, we were always in my house also. We were supposed to like we were expected to study, get good grades, and everything. That's how it's always been. Even now, when you're working, it's like, are you actually? So my parents still ask me, do you deliver it properly? Like, is there a standard? Have you set a standard for the work you're doing? So that's like an expected thing. I like since we started writing our first exam or getting graded the very first time. So that's always been there. The difficulty is when something doesn't go as planned. No, now I've come to a stage where I find it very hard to not reach that expectation. It can get to you because you've always been like that throughout. So even in my school, till ninth, things were pretty fine. But I found it very hard to handle 10, 11, and 12 because of the portions. I had to handle school and tuitions. So I was going for tuitions for each and every subject separately for mathematics and science, physics, chemistry, and so on. So I had like three tuitions and school from morning to evening and special classes and so on. So juggling all that was so difficult. But then somehow I'm like so happy it's all past. I'm past all of those things. I don't want to relive those things.
So what do you want to tell the youngsters, basically people who are in your 10th, 11th, 12th, the younger kids, that do they have to take such things very seriously or just enjoy the phase, and how is it? What is the advice you want to give when you
Um,
look back? you look back, you won't even your younger self, basically.
I see. I don't think the grades really matter to an extent. But then what happens is that when you study things properly, that becomes a habit. When you actually put in your effort to study, it just reflects in the grades.
Yeah.
I mean, grades matter because it shows that you've studied something really well. Studying something really well is important because even when I come to a workplace, no. So when you're supposed to analyze a situation, it does help because you've been doing that throughout. For example, I have to come up with a marketing strategy to reduce churn for my organization, for my, for our customers, to reduce the retention, increase the retention for our customers. So when I look at it like that, when I'm reading things, there is a difference between skimming through things and understanding things. But learning to understand things, when you are able to develop that from a very young age, it just stays. But it's very hard for suddenly for a 22 or a 23-year-old to start doing it all of a sudden. So the advantage I think I had because of that pressure we had from our household is that we had to learn things deeply. So it is helping us even now, and I hopefully it will help. So I would never call scoring marks as a bad thing or an unnecessary thing. But if you ask me if grades matter 10 years down the line, no. But then understanding and studying things properly, even if it's social studies, you might think, okay, what am I going to do with social studies? Correct? But it does help, is what I would say.
So yeah.
Sincerity builds. Yeah,
So
something like
mostly skills, basically. It helps you develop
that.
a personality,
Yes.
basically. More
Yeah.
focused. It helps you increase your concentration, basically, have a
Hmm.
disciplined life. So were
Yeah.
you able to pursue your hobbies as well along with your studies?
No, I couldn't because I put my leg in too many places. That is something I would say. If you are actually learning properly, you don't need tuitions. Or if you're focusing on tuition, focus on one thing. That's something I would say. On those 3 years are crucial. It's not going to go away anytime soon. But I wouldn't say you shouldn't do too many things at the same time. Because of that, I was I was sincerely pursuing classical. I was getting classically trained in vocal music right from fifth standard. I dropped off in 10th. Then I'm able to do it only now. Like actually last year I started again. I went back to my old teacher. I went for a few things in between, but none of it worked for some reason or the other. It didn't happen. That's one advantage work from home has given me, that luxury. Even if I want to attend classes online, I can. Even if I want to attend classes offline. So technology has enabled all that. It has acted as an enabler, if you ask me, in these aspects. But other than that, being stuck at home, not my cup of tea.
And you're not a social media person also because you scroll through
No.
Insta, FB, and also probably, and you would like to meet people in person as well. That's
Yes.
one of the reasons.
Any day, yeah. Any day. Calls over text, if you ask me. Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
so all the best wishes for you for to carry on with your classical singing, and also probably you
yeah.
should carry that
Thank
passion. Maybe we'll hear you sing songs as well in future as well. Record your songs and upload in the media as well, so that we get to hear that melodious voice as well. Yeah, so now I'm coming back to a favorite question that about the statue is about life skills. So Nimitam is an initiative, which we started last year. So wherein we focus on life skill education for youngsters, basically. So what I feel is that along with school education or college education, life skills are really important. So what we try to focus on is the 10 life skill, which WHO recommends basically, which for
Okay.
example, interpersonal skill, communication skill, there are a set of 10 skills basically, so we try to focus on that. There are other skills as well, like knowing your finances, which is very important. Basic
Hmm.
finance is very important, which is not taught in school as well. To know,
Correct.
at
It's
least
not.
know how much you should save, how you earn, that is also an important aspect as well. So there are a different variety of life skills, so we're possibly trying to create an awareness that these are things which are necessary for youngsters to know,
Hmm.
so that any hardship comes in life, whether it's your failure or anything, they're able to embrace life beautifully. That's the
Correct.
main focus. That's why we started. So we thought, so because schools are not open now, your colleges are not open, and I'm not a very, fan of doing all those online Zoom classes or Zoom, workshops and all. So I thought, let me bring in people whom I've met in my life's journey. So they, from whether they're young, whether they're old, whether they're experienced, so that they can come on the show and share their life's experience, basically. Excuse me. So that's why I thought that people like you who are doing volunteer work as well, because I know that now you're working full time. Along with that, you're doing following your passion as well, and now you've started volunteering work with MAD. Basically, you teach English over there to the kids as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
according to what is the why are do you think that life skills are first of all important for a person, and which is the most important life skill you feel in your life as which has helped you?
Okay. There are so many things, I guess, life skills as a whole. When you think about it, the way you're brought up really matters. It plays a huge role because some things don't change forever until the last breath, right? Some things just don't because they are imbibed in you so deeply. But if you ask me, the life skills I've gathered over time from here and there, um, speaking, I think is very important. Being, yeah, language. It English, yes, English should be probably given priority given how globalization works. But more than anything, more than the language, I think it is how you talk and how you respond. You should be a good listener as well as a speaker. That's when, for
Yeah,
example, now we are conversing, we have to listen as well as talk because only then the
yeah,
communication, the conversation goes on for long periods of time. So
absolutely.
I'm in a phase where I have to talk to customers for a really long time, or I have to just call them up out of nowhere. They don't even know me, right? I just call them up and I'm like, hey, I'm the customer representative, like customer success representative for Zoho Payroll. Can I talk to you? Can I get hold of you for 2 minutes? So it shouldn't be a call where people just you notice these phone calls you get, right? Ma'am, would you like to get a credit card? You just get annoyed by those calls. If you
Yeah,
ask me, things can be done a lot better if they're trained really well. We might not get a credit card, but at least we'll have the patience to listen to them.
yeah.
So I think these are things you should learn. So I never thought I'll ever be in a situation where I'll have to talk to customers because the way my role was going, like in college, I thought I'll be sitting and coding or creating an
Hmm.
embedded system for something. So I never thought this is skill I'll require. But
Hmm.
talking to people, more than talking to people, I've always been interested in MC. I've anchored in a lot of stages in school and college for a lot of events, for our symposiums and so on. So we have conducted things. We have so basically you run the show, right? When you're doing MC, you basically run the show. You check the time, you see if everything happens in order. So now, when I came to my role, I had to conduct a community meetup in Bangalore and Hyderabad and so on. So you talk to these customers, you make sure they attend that event. You, again, when you go there, you try to understand what their difficulties are, and you have to communicate that back to your own team. So
Hmm.
every step of the way, if you think about it, more than the language, it's how you deal with these people. Now, these
Yeah.
people might not even know English. In some cases, they might know only the, vernacular. So knowing a lot of languages does help. But I think more than anything, you should be compassionate. You should be able to listen to people. If you learn to listen, I think half the issues are solved
That's true.
in workplace. You must know, right? You have headed a lot of teams. So when you have so many people working under you, you should be ready to listen to them, right? You
This
must
just
know.
even listening to mindfulness, you have to be there. I mean, probably when you are talking to somebody, you might be listening, you're hearing, I might be hearing you, but my
Correct.
mind is not here. I'm focused on
Ha,
something
ha,
other.
ha. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
happens because
Mental
sometimes it happens.
absence.
Because
Correct,
if
correct.
you're long for our project call or something, if you're not there, the right questions, right things you have to ask, that doesn't happen. So probably that is something it takes time. And with
Correct,
today's
correct.
uh, fast world, everything changing so fast, it's so difficult to have that concentration and focus. So you try to understanding, you just go through skimming the things, just rushing,
Correct,
rushing.
correct. Yeah. Instagram
So,
stories, they are very simple example, no? You
okay.
just keep swiping and swiping.
Absolutely. So what COVID has taught me is to slow down, basically. Just take
Correct.
a stock of things, what's happening around. Though I had taken, I mean, I had a hectic work schedule and then I took a sabbatical, but it all helped me to just slow down, just look at what is
Hmm.
happening, then
Okay.
rushing. And so though I'm back into a corporate, but it's not a rat race I call. I just say that it's something which I love to do. So when
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
you're into a job which you love to do, plus you're able to do things which you're passionate about, then it adds up. So the way you're saying. So yeah, so listening is important. Communication is very important. That's what I also realized with time. We take the simple things for granted, basically.
Correct, correct. Very true. Yeah.
So yeah, so some even at home, if somebody your parents are saying something, will not listen. Yeah, they will be repeating so many times.
Correct.
So I tend
We tune out certain frequencies out of the eardrum. It's like that. It acts as a capacitor.
absolutely. So, yeah, so that's what I've realized it. And probably I'm learning to drive right now. So what happens is I never used to notice people crossing. When you cross the road, you're not even bothered about who's driving. So now I know what difficulty it is for a driver to maneuver the vehicle
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they're crossing the road like that. So yeah, probably you would tend to become like much more aware basically what's happening around you when you
Yes,
start
yes.
learning new skill and you understand that what the other person goes through basically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Listening and hearing, they are two different things, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Listening and hearing and being mindful
Yeah.
about what's happening around you, it's
Yeah.
completely. But
You eventually become empathetic, if you ask me. Like you actually listen to people, you become empathetic, and then
and that sympathy thing goes away. You're not showing your sympathy to the person, but at least you're understanding what the you may not be able to provide a solution to somebody, but at least if you hear
Mhm.
them out, so it helps them to. I mean, they feel better, I suppose. So yeah, you're
Correct.
right. To build empathy, it is required to be a good listener as well. So
Yeah.
probably yeah. So I think my travel and all those things helped me learn.
Right.
I always felt that life skills is important है कि नहीं, it's just part of life. But when I look at life skills are very important, and probably I also need to work on a lot of life skills as well. We might be aware of it, but we've not polished it enough so that life would
Mhm.
have been much better. I mean, when I was growing up and all, if I would have known about these things, it would have been much better basically. So
Uh-huh.
maybe a 20-year-old or 20-year-old Smita would have known this is how it is, then I would have been at a much better place. But it's
Right.
fine.
It's
But
fine. Yeah.
yeah, so probably like people like you at this younger age you're working, you're understanding your I mean your roller coaster ride. You say, but it's a lot of learning has happened for you from a coder, from an engineer to a marketer. But you've learned a lot of skills through that.
Correct. Definitely. Yeah.
And when you leave your home, you become independent. Probably the more you become independent, start doing things on your own.
Hmm.
Probably a lot of
Yeah.
skills come.
You become confident if you ask me. So my mom keeps saying that. So you've come back as a totally different person, even though you have taken up habits like sleeping too late or waking up too late. That's there. It's part and parcel of staying away from home because there's nobody to actually tell you wake up early and stuff like that. But you've learned to manage things. For example, I something as simple as knowing when to pay the EB bill is something I've never bothered about for all the years I was here, all the 21 years I've stayed at home. But over there, what happened was one day, basically, the electricity went off. I had to go and stay at my friend's place because there was no electricity. And they basically removed that plug and they went off.
Hmm.
So we had to wait the next day, get it back and come. That's when we are checking, oh, there is an EB office where we can go and collect this. So when so at home, everything is so smooth. You've never experienced something like this because your parents they've had everything sorted for you. Everything is sorted for you. So such small things. When the water can gets over, you have to, call them up and make sure it comes. Otherwise, you don't have water to cook. You don't have water to drink. There are six people in the house. What will you do? So yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
basic. These are all basic things we only realize it
then
when we're away from
correct.
home. So probably
Yeah.
if you ever trek in your life, you will miss your bed because that is one thing you have to say stay in tents and all those things. You will miss your bed. So that
Oh
is
yeah.
and
You've told
basically
me.
your cup of coffee or tea at a time, bed tea, bed they are not available. So such small things which your family, your loved ones do it for you. You understand the importance of it basically when you're away,
Hmm.
when you're traveling and all those things, and
Correct.
you value them more basically.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah. So
So
tell
I
me
and
about
now
food
become
and all.
less picky about food. I've become less picky about food after I went out and came back.
Absolutely there because even if you have to cook, you will also understand the difficulty on it. You will not even
Yes.
bother about taste because you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, at home, if it's little more salty, you will not have because it's being
Mm.
cooked by someone, right? That's
Correct.
there.
Mm.
So yeah, I was going to ask you about your hobbies as well. So you told us about that you're into classical singing as well. Apart from that, what else? Reading also? You read books?
Yeah, I used to read fiction like crazy when I was back in school and college. Like I love Sidney Sheldon.
Mm.
I'm crazy about Harry Potter, Percy Jackson. I've read a lot of books and recent Agatha Christie, and
Uh,
you know. thriller, Sydney. I mean, this guy, what's his name, Sherlock Holmes, and so on.
Books to learn.
Even when then now it's like you have Netflix, you have Amazon Prime, so you just watch stuff. You don't have the patience to actually read things. Now I'm trying to read fiction. I really loved Steve Jobs' biography,
Hmm.
Walter Isaacson's book. Yeah, so that one was amazing. Then I tried a few other books. I'm yet to complete them. I'm trying my hand at non-fiction. It's not that easy, if you ask me. I find it pretty hard to actually
Yeah,
read it. Yeah.
I got addicted to books because of Enid Blyton.
Oh, Enid Blyton. Yeah, I think it started with Enid Blyton. Secret Seven and Famous Five, Hardy Boys. Yeah.
Hardy Boys and all those things. So I
Yeah.
used to read it, I mean, in blankets and all. That's why I have a specs because when I was in seventh
I've
and
done
eighth,
that too.
I used to use torch and read like that. And my
Thought,
mother,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
probably I know I got specs because I used to read so many books when I was a kid. I was a school monitor for some time from 6th standard to 12th standard. So I used to get all those books, new books, very well
Oh,
in
nice.
advance.
Okay.
So I am very thankful to my library teacher who made this get me to this habit of reading. So I read every whatever I get, whether I skim through it or I understand it, but I need to read something or the other. So I have a book.
Uh-huh.
I normally at a time I read two books. It's a good habit because they are the best friends you can have.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
you traveled as well, few places.
Wouldn't call mine traveling, but I've been here and there. The trip that I went after I went to Chennai was to Pondicherry because that's the nearest place there.
It's beautiful.
So
Auroville, yeah.
yeah, Auroville. We went to Auroville. We didn't get permission to get inside, but we just saw the show and then came back. It was a fun trip.
So been to
And
Delhi.
Delhi, yeah. Oh, I went on. Yeah, I was staying with my aunt for a month for an internship. I went there. We did visit a lot of places. Had a lot of Golgappe, and
It was a different
basically,
experience. So how
it
was the
was
experience
actually.
in North? I mean Delhi.
I found it actually pretty a bit hard to get along. The life there is so fast, if you ask me, compared to Coimbatore. Like there's all these people they are traveling. So when I was going for my internship, I was traveling alone for the first time. Like it was almost 1.5 hours away. So I had to take a metro. Then I had to take one share auto, then another share auto, then walk for around 10 minutes. So it might not sound great to a lot of people. What's the big deal? But for me, it was something new because I've never done all that. So yeah, that was one hell of an experience. The share auto and going in a metro. We don't have metros in Coimbatore, so that was the first time I went on a metro and everything.
So what's your favorite place in Coimbatore? RS Puram,
Coimbatore,
some place there, right?
which
RS Puram or something. There's a RS Puram or
a mall? You mean mall? Or?
there's a college. There are a lot of cafes and all there, no? It's very
Yeah,
popular.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There are a lot of popular places. I wouldn't call exactly a favorite place. I think my favorite place is my home only in Coimbatore, if you ask me.
So yeah. So probably I like your house. Basically, I put it in my book as well because from there you can see the sunrise, the mango. There's a mango tree. Yeah. So
Yes.
and I met some of the old ladies who put kolam there when I visited Coimbatore during that
Uh-huh.
during my travel phase. I came along
Yeah,
with my mother.
okay.
So I had a great
Okay.
time. So you were not there at that point of time. So I'm
And yeah,
also
yeah, I was.
yes, your brother was there. So I'm meeting you also for a very very long time. So kind of person I know you as is you were an introvert person. You never used to talk much.
Yeah,
So if
I
somebody
was that person.
if somebody comes to talk to you also, you'll answer to the time. I've never seen so it's good to see you. And now I think you're in chatterbox. It's good to see. It's
Yeah.
good to see you like this because I'm having a fun conversation with you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's nice. I have become a chatterbox. People actually have to tell me to, okay, that's enough. You can keep quiet now. It's come to that stage now.
Yeah. So probably this is what I call is an Ittifaq series as well. These. So is there any coincidence which has happened in your life which you can share with us?
Um, do you? I think I told this to you. The day I was going through your series, you called me up and said, "Archana, would you like to do this?" I think
Yeah,
that's one
I
of the
remember.
greatest coincidences that happened in the recent times, if you ask me. I was so
Okay.
shocked. You
So
called me
yeah.
up the same night and you were like, would you want to do this?
So because for me, your journey was inspiring because somebody who's an engineer who's into marketing is very difficult, and that too, someone who's trained to become a coder and suddenly goes into a different tangent, finance, marketing, and all, and who's also enjoying, who's writing, whose work is also getting published in papers as well. I know some. I just got to know from your mother earlier that whatever you've written had got published somewhere, right? Some
in
articles
in my college.
in your office or something got published or something.
Yeah, that's like, so basically what we do is we collect case studies from our customers to understand how their experience. So in a way, a lead generating material, right? To when people come and check out a product, they see how our customers have experienced. So if you go to our website, payroll's website, you can see the case study in there. I wrote it. So yeah, in a way,
No,
yeah, it got published.
that's great. Somebody who's not from that background who's able to interact with customer, build up a story, and get it published. It's a big thing, basically. So for youngsters who's not, I mean, for people who are who will be listening to the story, they'll definitely be inspired that they can also do such stuff as well. It's not a big
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
once you're enjoying your life, you can do that as well. So maybe your story becomes an inspiration for others to try this out as well, to write something for whatever they're doing. So
I hope so.
next I want to ask you is, what is the message you want to give all the youngsters? I mean, people who are your age group or youngsters,
Okay.
basically. What will they
Um,
tell them?
So, if you think about it, when I was in college, I used to participate equally in extracurricular activities as well as the importance I gave to academics and extracurricular activities were equal. And I did presentations, I created projects. So if you look at it from people around me, they were so sure that I'll definitely get into something. Even I was pretty sure because I was doing everything that people expected. You are listening to all these lecturers and teachers and everybody, and they tell you, yeah, you do all this, you'll definitely get a job. But no, I didn't. I cleared a lot of interviews till I went to the last round, and still somehow that what's supposed to happen didn't happen. I didn't get through. And then I came into this company. So I got two placements. One was in Byju's. That was for a sales representative role, and the other job I got was as a marketer in Zoho. The funny part is I applied for the role of content writer. So a content writer writes blogs, articles, and they write the copies on website and so on. And then when the designation came back in the offer letter, it said product marketing associate, which means I didn't even know that they took me for the role of marketer until I received that offer letter. Okay. I still remember. So they were picking us up for support role as well as content writing roles when they came to our college. And when I attended the final HR round, when the HR asked me what role are you coming for, I said I don't know. I really didn't know. So they were like, we are considering you for the role of content writer, is what they said. So that's how it went. And finally, when the designation came, that was something else altogether. It said marketing associate. And then when I went inside the company, I realized, okay, this is a completely different ballgame altogether. I don't know the ABCD of marketing. I don't know the ABCD of finance. And I was told to do a demo on one of the products. It's a competitor of Tally called Zoho Books. So it is a crazy product, if you ask me. It's super deep. Back then, I didn't even know what's a profit and loss statement. It's that bad, okay? I know that there is something called Tally that exists. I didn't even know what it did. I just knew that accountants use it, all businesses need it, and nothing else about it. So eventually, over time, now I'm in a state. This is 2 years before, 2.5 years, almost 3 years back, because I joined as an intern. I didn't know anything, and if from all of that, if I've come to a stage where I can actually talk in an interview and say things are going to get fine, I think things can get fine for everybody. So it's okay. I think that's the message I would love to give.
Just hang in there, everything will be fine, right?
Yeah, hang in there, things will get better eventually. Like you said, best things are waiting for you. That's true, if you ask me. That's what my life's experience has taught me.
Yeah, so because if you start thinking that everything is you've achieved is achieved, then there's no fun in going ahead
That's
in your
there.
life, right?
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, yeah. So yeah, now we've come. I want to do a fun quiz with you. So hope you've been doing MCQs and stuff like that. Hope you have good time with our quiz as well, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
this I have to refer to a paper because I don't remember all those questions by heart because I told you I
Sure,
have a very short-term memory.
Okay.
So what loses its head at the Oh, what have I written? What loses its head in the morning and gains it at night?
Can I get a clue?
Something. Clue will get, you will get the answer. It's pillow. So it loses its head in the morning, it gains its head in the
Oh,
night. It's pillow.
oh my God. Okay, I would have never answered that. Okay,
So something. It's just to have some fun, basically, nothing else.
got
What
it,
have
got it.
because
Okay.
we've done all the serious discussions, and life is not all serious, right? You need to have you have to
Correct.
chill out,
Yes.
chill out as well. What
Yeah.
has keys but not locks? Space but no rooms. You can enter but cannot go outside. What is that?
Can you come again?
What has keys but no locks?
Okay.
Space but no rooms. You can enter but cannot go outside.
Keyboard.
Yes. Good. Good, good,
Okay.
good. Which letter of the alphabet has the most water in it?
C.
Hmm. So yeah, that's a good. So I can be cracked, made, told, and played. What am I?
Egg.
Not
Joke. Joke, joke,
joke.
joke.
I should have searched for better questions. I think you're able to answer most of them.
Can I ask a question too? Can I ask the question?
Let me finish the last question, then you can
Done,
ask.
done, done. Yeah, okay,
So,
okay.
I have branches, yet I have no leaves, no trunk, and no fruit. What am I?
Oh, shit. Branches. So many things have branches. Office?
But
Oh,
but
so many
but they have no trees, no trunk, no fruit, nothing, no leaves, etc. It's a bank basically.
Ah, okay.
So yeah. So you wanted to ask questions, yeah? You can ask now.
Since you
What is
asked me what's the letter with the most amount of water, it's a stupid question, I but still. Which is the longest letter?
which is the
Longest
longest
letter.
longest letter?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Q.
Q. Okay. So yeah. No, I didn't know. I'm also bad at this because I have learned this riddle through kids basically. So I have a kiddie
Yeah.
gang. Wherever I go, I normally have kids as a group of kids with me. So though from
Okay.
them I've learned this because it's
Keep
fun to
recall.
read. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
I am not able to answer any questions. I'm able to tell them stories. So if I'm not able to answer any their questions, they ask me a story. So that's the deal. So probably they'll ask me all these questions and they know that I will not be able to crack because they want to hear stories at the end. They want to hear all the stories about my travel, whatever I do, and they feel as if they know all the answers. I'm the stupidest among the group, so that's why. So they want to learn, listen to stories from Tinkle, like Supandi stories, Shikari Shambhu, something like that. And because
Okay.
I enact it in such a funny way that they want to hear it again and again. So probably that's one of the reason.
You enact as well. Oh, that must be fun. Maybe you should
So
upload a video of that as well in your
but
YouTube
no,
channel.
I can't do all of these things. I'm not a social media person. Till last year, I was also very introvert, and I never used to do this social media stuff or get in. Even everything was logged. And probably I
Okay.
used to only share few photographs with my friends. But because I was going through this, creating an awareness for my brand or for this Limitam, I just thought whatever the way I live my life personally, it should also come in the media also. So it's not something different. I think I lost Archana, so let me wait for her to come. Let me see if there are any questions. No questions. So hope you guys had a great time. So I had a great time with Archana. So let me again connect with Archana.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a great time. I was just telling everybody that I had a great time connecting, talking to you. So probably I should hope they also had a good time, enjoyed our chat show and as well as the fun questions we did basically. And probably let your story be an inspiration for others to switch careers and look at other options. They should not limit themselves. If they do not get a job in one sector, they can try out in other one as well. Because I know when I came back from travel, I think I was not able to position myself correctly. So I lost around 12 interviews, 12 to 15 interviews, all senior roles basically, and I thought I would never get into corporate again. But I was probably lucky enough that somebody guided me that I should position myself in such a way that the travel, the sabbatical which I've done has added value to my professional career or a leadership journey as well. So probably when I was able to position myself in that in a very positive way, I got through, and probably everything fell in place. The way you look at yourself also matters. I mean, what I say is self leadership matters, self awareness matters. This is again a life skill which we lack basically. We think if something goes
Correct.
wrong, we are not enough. I'm not enough. That is a concept which comes in basically. So probably, so yeah, glad to have you on the show. Hope you enjoyed.
Hello. There, I think there's an internet lag. There's a lag, I guess. So
Okay, so
it's from my
my
end.
I don't know. The internet is working fine here because I normally use both the Wi-Fi or the mobile.
Huh. I know. I think it's from my end. There seems to be a slight connectivity
You
issue.
enjoyed the
Oh,
chat show.
I had a great time. It was really great. It was actually a lot of fun. It didn't even feel like it's an interview or anything. I just felt like I'm talking to you.
Yeah, it's not me. It's just to getting to know you better. That's the
Correct,
only thing.
correct.
And
Yes.
yeah, that's the only thing.
I hope people find something out of these interviews and in these this session today's
We
session.
probably hope so. That's what my intention is also that these stories help people to look at their own life in a very different perspective as well, in a positive way, so they can do what they
Correct,
want to do in life. They're not restricted by society, by rules, or by their own what do you call negative thoughts, basically.
correct.
So thanks for coming to the show. Bye for now, Archana. Bye for the viewers as well. Let me check if there are any questions. There are no questions. Basically, there were people who joined. So Tapa joined and Satish and all joined. So thanks for joining as well. Hope you enjoyed it. So looking forward for another chat show session for next Saturday with an interesting person. I think next Saturday is going to be Onam. So let it be a surprise for all the viewers as well that who's coming as a guest speaker. I'll tell in my teaser video who's coming. So probably more about Onam and all. So wishing you also a happy Onam, Archana, to your family as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, wishing you and your family happy Onam too. Yeah, have a great day.
You and viewers also happy Onam. Enjoy the festive time as well. So in here it is 10-day celebration. So it's the day 3 today. So we do this Pookalam basically. So do you guys do this Rangoli or Pookalam at home?
We do it only on the day of Onam, that day morning alone, a grand one, hopefully. This year, since I am at home as well, we'll do something.
Yeah. So do that. Share the pictures then, okay?
Yeah, I think you
Okay.
guys do for 10 days. No, you put that
My
kalam and all.
father used
Everything.
to do it. My father used to do it, and then I've never been home to do it. So this time I thought
Acha.
I'll continue the
Okay,
legacy of doing it for the 10 days. Let me
that's
try. Let
alright.
me try my creative skill as well with flowers. So I'm just doing it. So it's been 3 days. We got some flowers, and I think Amma has helped me a lot in getting those flowers. I just have
Okay,
to design it. I don't have to go and pluck it. So she does the main work. I just do the design and put it there,
okay.
and take a picture
Here,
and take
here.
a picture and put it there. Put it in my
Okay.
Insta or WhatsApp stories wherever I want to. I just share it. That's all I do.
Mhm.
Hard work of plucking the flowers and plucking the leaves, it's not my cup of tea. Oh, thanks, yeah. Okay. Bye. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye, viewers. Let's catch up next Saturday. Cool.
Bye.
Bye.